Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again. Except at the moment we're in the woods and we're looking for something to paint. So I'm in the first part of the woods. It's a lot of hawthorns and things, and I'm going to go a bit deeper and see if we can see something. I keep hearing the buzzards, so I'm really hoping I can get a picture of a buzzard. You know what happens, you walk down that area where they are and then they're gone. But we'll see, we'll do our best. Let's go. So I've managed to find a few spots where I've taken pictures and they look good. I mean, I feel like every tree needs painting in here. I really do enjoy the woods. It's magical, isn't it? Something magical about the forest. It's fantastic. And there's a few dead trees in amongst them. There was a horrible, really horrible looking dead tree around that way. Big. I took a shot of it, looking up at it. It was interesting. So, it nearly happened. Pretty sure it's a buzzard. I'm not 100% sure, but it's pretty big. And it was above. I got my camera out. I put the zoom lens on. I've taken it off now because I was doing wider shots. But I had the zoom lens on. Zoomed in. And it's gone. Always happens. So I'm sat in a spot where I set all my paints up ready to do this tree over there, and about 1 million mosquitoes jumped on me. I thought I'd be okay because it was raining, and I thought, oh, the mosquitoes won't get me because it's raining, I'll be fine. Nope, they were on me. They were on me fast, so I had to pack my stuff up and go quick because there was, I was fully clothed and was covered, but there became hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And I was the only prey, I think, so they were after me. So there's a nice tree over there that I'm going to take a picture of. Maybe we can paint this one. I don't know if you can see that. There's a lot of big old trees around here. The one that I'm sat up against is a real nice one as well. So I'll do one of them. That one looks a bit spookier than this one. Spooky trees. Somewhere it looks like it's got a face on it. Ugh. Might have to run out of here soon. Anyway, I think we'll take a couple of shots of this and then head back and do a painting. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Hello, and we're back from the walk, and this is the picture that I like the best, actually. I got quite a few nice ones. One of the big old tree, which I might do on another episode, but I really like this one because I like the way this area's lit here, and there's a bit of light that's gone behind these trees, and I thought it'd make a nice little painting. Well, we'll have a go anyway. So I'm just going to stick that up. And then we'll do a painted version of it. Not the same. It's not going to be the same. It might be different. Bit different anyway. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get some watercolour, some water into some yellow, cadmium yellow. And in the area where the light is, I'm going to put some yellow in there so we can we can already start toning things. So I want a bit of yellow in here. So this becomes really our underpainting. Comes our underpainting. So got a nice shape there. Oops, that yellow. I was going to dive into the gouache then. Doesn't really matter. Some yellow, and then you can see strips of yellow behind the trees. So we can put that in. Gives it. So if we don't cover this all up, which we probably won't, it won't matter too much because this nice transparent yellow can show through. So we'll just go in there. In that area where it's really dark, we can leave that. Okay, so that's our underpainting for that. And now I think I'm going to do a bit of a underpainting for the ground as well. It was sort of the ground is just old leaves that have turned into like a mulch. Then it's got a sort of a reddish brown to it. So I'll get some red and brown. Hope you can see that okay. It's just some red and brown mixed as a watercolour. And then we can start thinking about the area. We can kind of draw this now in a way with the underpainting. If you feel you need to draw, then you can do that. You can get the pencil out and draw in where you want it. I just, I think I've said before, I just paint stuff now. So I think sometimes you have to draw though, don't you? If you want to get it accurate. Because I've tried painting some things that's a bit more complicated. Well, mainly faces. One day I'll master faces. That day is coming. I don't know when though. I keep trying. And that's all you can do, isn't it? Just keep trying to get better. And that's all I do. Think to myself, okay, I need to work on this. What do they do? So get a new book. Start reading about what they do. How do they do it? And a good book that I've been reading, here's one. How to Draw Portraits in Charcoals by Nathan Fowkes. Now, although this is a book about charcoals, and I've got to be honest with you, I don't like charcoals. I find them really hard, messy, hard and messy. But it doesn't actually matter whether you like charcoals or not with this book, because it tells you everything about portrait painting and simplification, which is the key, I think. That's what I'm beginning to believe anyway. It's a really good book. I just thought I'd mention that. I don't get any kickbacks or anything. I just thought I'd mention it because I'm enjoying it. And if you haven't seen the video, I actually somehow I managed to speak to Nathan Fowkes, and he was very generous with his time, and we had a bit of a chat about painting. So let's move on. I'm gonna start warming this ground up a bit in places. Get some of this red Indian red. Indian red, is it? Maybe. Could be. For a bit of burnt sienna in there. We're going to get this darker, but like I say, if some areas get missed, it doesn't matter too much because we've got this nice watercolour down. Something like that. I think we can start with that maybe. There's something else I've noticed in the background. You can see little bits of light down here. I didn't notice that before, so I'll put that in. I really like the separation as well between this background, this dark background that comes into light and then goes dark again. I really like it. So I think I'll start with, I know what I'll do. I always change my order. I know when you're painting you think, oh well, I should start at the back and then work forward, or I should start me personally, I don't like to think like that anymore. I used to. I mean, I used to always think, do the sky, do the next bit, do the next bit. I did used to think like that, and I don't think it's wrong. But now I kind of think maybe I could just do it all. Do it all together. What does it matter? But you work out what way you like doing it, because you got to think and try and test out different ways of doing it, haven't you? You got to. That's what I do. Test different ways, and then one way you'll think, oh, this is the way forward. Now I know. And then you'll do another painting and you'll go, well, that way ain't really going to work for this painting. I'm going to have to try a different way. And that's the way it goes. Everything is always changing. Nothing stays the same. Might seem like everything stays the same, but it doesn't. Everything changes. It's funny, I was messing around today, drawing a lot of pictures of me and of Clive from Clive 5 Art. Just doing cartoony kind of pictures, and I really was having a lot of fun actually messing around, and then I was sending him them and I think he thought it was funny as well. I hope he did. No, I know he did. So these trees are going inwards, I quite like that. Now we've got these background trees, we've got this light we need to put in. I think we'll start putting in this colour on the background now. So I'm gonna dive into my gouache. I'm gonna get some let's have a look at this. Let's get some of this green and some of this yellow. It's just spectrum yellow, I think. Oh, it's a bit cold, so a bit of this cad yellow and a bit of white. See what we can make. Not really there yet. Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty close actually. Yeah, that's pretty close for the lightest areas. So I'm gonna dot in a few. I think I'd like to mass in some dark as well. So I'm going to quick change of idea. See what I mean? See what I mean about this? I think you know. Get some green. Let's get some of this blue that's already on here. That'll darken things nicely. Blue and green, maybe a bit of red. Yeah, that's quite nice. So let's. So we've got this as our dark area. So we can. I think I might mask this in. Just masking it in. Not really dark enough, I don't think. Let's get some of this blue. Blue and black, really dark. Oh, that's a bit better. You can see the trees go all the way up. All the way back there. Get some of this dark. We can start filling this in. Some green, some black and some blue. I think it needs a bit of a bit brown in there as well, especially over this side. Okay, it's definitely better now. Let's put another one in. It's a bit more dark. Okay. An indication of a few trees there. A bit more dark here. So this is really dark here. It's more of a brown, brown and black. Something like that. Okay. So just having a look at that, seeing if we've... So what we need to do now, because what we've got is most of the dark, really. There's little bits of light, but there's not really enough. What we've got here, there's a lot of... I might build up that in front as well. Let's do that as well while we're at it. Get some of this brown, so it's burnt umber. Grab some of this black wash, bit of black wash there from another painting. It's got a bit of red in it actually as well. There we go. Get a tiny bit of water, not too much. Let's see what this is like. So we've got this massive browny red almost that comes across here. I'll put a bit more red in it in places. You can see that this goes in front of that. And what I'm doing is I'm just looking at the basic shapes, looking at the shapes and going with it. And we can build this up, constantly building it. Having a look at your reference and thinking, oh well, you can see that shape a bit darker in that area. So yeah, build it up. I think this is why I really enjoy painting like this, because this medium, it dries quite quick, and you can do that. You can just keep building it up and building it up. And it's great fun. Not that I don't enjoy oils, because I do. I still enjoy painting. Actually, I enjoy painting with anything, to be honest. I do. I like using the computer. I like using marker pens. I like using watercolours. I like using oils. I like it all. All except charcoal. I might give charcoal a go again, to be fair. I should really. I've been reading about it a lot, so I should really give it a go, shouldn't I? Okay, very nice, very nice. When I was saying that very nice, I was looking at the picture, not mine. This painting needs a lot of work, but we'll get there, you know, we will. We believe in ourselves. I'm going to start adding a bit of light. It needs a bit of light in places now. That's a bit too on the wet side, really. Didn't realise. Get a bit more. I'm going to grab some more paint. So I've just got white and yellow gouache on the brush. Just a bit of white and yellow gouache. I'm going to start putting it in here and there, where the light's sort of catching. Going to grab a little bit of red as well. For some of the areas it's got a bit of a red hint to it. So we can start having a look and working out where we want. Whoops. Where we want our little bit of highlight to go. Just going to green it down a little bit. There's another question that you think about when you're painting. It's like, should I go from light to dark? Should I go light to dark? I'm not sure. So you have like, should I go front to back, and should I go light to dark? Two questions that we have, and both the answers are depends. a lot of the time I don't go light to dark, but then sometimes I do, and it does really help. I mean dark to light. Ooh, making it even more complicated. There's a bit of light in there, a bit yellower. Okay. There's a few there. Just using the corner of my brush to add these little lighter bits in. Okay, now I want to, looking at this area around here, sort of, it's really yellow, really light. I'm going to get a lot more white and yellow. This is really our focal point of light here, so I'll start putting that in. There is a dark area as well, which we need, which is here. Use quite a dry colour. Bit more of a browny colour. That's better. Put them in. That's alright, and now we can start putting our light in here. So we're going quite light, really light. Grab some of that yellow. Looking at the shapes, and looking at the leaf shapes. Got one leaf that goes up here. Put that in. Sort of goes down, and there's a few here and there. And it goes a bit more to the green. So I'm going to get some more of the green on the brush. We can put in a few of those. Okay. There's a few. Whoops, just blobbed the load on to my book. And then we've got some really light yellowy area again. Really light yellowy area over here. That kind of covers this. Put that in there. There's a bit of a shape here. It's not exactly the same as the photo. I'm just picking out shapes and going for it. Okay, now I want much more green. More green and yellow. More green and yellow for this bit here, which kind of goes on top of there. Still using the same brush. Then now we can think about, I'm going to change the flavour of some of these as well. Make some of them a little greener, just so they're not all the same. Don't want all the same. can get a bit too boring if all the colours are the same. Okay, so I've got a nice, I've just noticed, there's a nice light colour, a light bluey green in the background. Might do it. I'm just going all over the place, picking up bits of colour, so I can get what I want, something like that. Just to indicate the trees beyond these trees. Okay, I'll do. Just tap that down there. Okay, quite like that. Now the sky's quite light. It's like very light blue. So I'll just clean my brush, get some white, and there's a bit of blue here, I can see. That'll do. A bit more white. That's good. Nice light blue, because the sky was really nice and light. And we can put some light blue in places now. Where you see some light blue, you can just put it in. When I was sat in the woods painting, and I was doing this sort of thing, putting all these dots in the light, and then this great big cloud just came over and totally changed everything. I was like, oh, where's all the blue dots gone? Now it's just darkness. A dark cloud. I remember looking at Van Gogh, couldn't speak for a second then, Van Gogh paintings of landscapes, and I used to be amazed at all the detail of the trees. Some of his paintings in the forest are amazing, and like every leaf has been given its feeling. The feeling of every leaf is there, the feeling of everything was there. God, it amazes me. It actually still amazes me. Just thinking about it, it's making me excited, because I'm going to go see some Van Gogh paintings soon. I can't wait. I mean, I have a lot of art heroes, to be honest. He's one of them, definitely. Right, let's have a look at this whole picture. I'm thinking that's not light enough here, so I'm just going to use this just to lighten it. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with this. So far, so good. I think we could do with, before I start putting in those trees, I'll just put in a few more of these. I need to change things a bit as well. So we need some darker leaves in amongst this. So we'll get some of the blue and the green, a bit of the red as well. And we'll put a few of these in. Let's lighten that a touch. How about that? Yeah, that's better. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in a few of these ones in amongst. And then it'll add an extra bit of depth to things. Because in reality it's not all the same. So we don't want to paint it all the same. Okay. Now I can hotten up an area. Let's get some of this really strong yellow. Cadmium yellow deep and some white. Bit of green in it. It's nice and warm. We can warm some of these bits up, like there, and there. And here there's a light area, and there. Okay, I'll do. Move there. And there. Okay. Let's get these trees in. Need some more brown, I think. So let's use some of this burnt umber. It's quite dark. Got some black in that corner. So got some of that black out. Burnt umber and black. And we'll start putting some trees in. So we've got a tree that goes here. A few branches coming off it. I just love painting trees. If you spend time in the woods, maybe you don't feel like painting while you're out there. You prefer a studio painting, cup of tea by your side, relaxing, enjoying your art. Take a few photos. Or maybe someone you know goes out, walks their dog, and they have a dab hand with their camera. Maybe they'll take some pictures for you. Well, have a look on the internet. There's plenty on there, isn't there? I know what everyone's thinking. Oh, copyright. But you're fine. If you're practicing, you're practicing painting and you're looking for a photo, it's fine. You can do that. It's when you start selling, that's when people get annoyed. But if you're painting with me, you can paint the same painting and then sell it, and I wouldn't care. Alright, here we go. Let's fill this in. So you see how we've started to create depth here in the woods. We've started to get different levels of trees, background trees, and now we're starting to come forward and having a look at all the different branches. And these little branches, they do make a big difference. I'm just wetting my colour a little bit. You are really better off nice dry colour, I think, but I just want it to flow a bit for me. See, that's why. Because it starts melting in with the other colours. It starts melting. Just dry brush it a little bit, and there's some get some of these areas in. Sort of a browny reddish colour. And just tapping my brush, just tapping. Get some of this in amongst here. Just tapping. Okay. Could do a bit of, let's use this. Is that a hand? I think it's black watercolour. Yeah, that'll help knock back this a bit. Darken this tree. Okay, I need a dark mass here now. So I could do some blue. Some blue and some brown. And some green. Need some green in it as well. Do a bit of the old sap green, or is this something else? No, it's sap green. So I've got some of this sap green in with my brown and my blue. It's not quite dark enough. We'll put it in. Let's have a look. It's not bad actually. It's quite dark. I want to build it up to there. That needs to come to here, and then got this coming down. Okay, and I want this area to be cold, because it felt cold down there. Some more black. So I'm going to go into the ultramarine blue with the watercolour. I'm going to cool this area down. Cool it down with this blue. And there's a strip here as well. It's where the ivy is growing down. Cool some of these areas down while I'm at it. Blue and black. Okay. I think what I might do is use this dark over this side as well, just to kind of frame it in. Still need to work on that area. Okay, apologies about this shiny bit. Just move the light a bit, just so it's not shining directly on that. That's okay. So I need to brown areas as well. I need some green. Quite a lot going on in this one. I thought I'd give it a go, because it is complicated when you're painting like a full forest, because there's a lot to look at, isn't there? There's a lot to see. And just put a few I like the way this light comes down there. Let's get a few bits of light coming down here. Blip, 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 blip. Really exaggerate it. So I can see an area here that needs darkening a bit here. And I'm gonna start working on this area, looking at where the light comes down, and we'll sort of leave some of those areas. Get some of this darker in there. So we've got a real contrast on things. thinking I might let some speckles on here. Definitely need some speckles. Whoops, a bit too much black there. Just for this undergrowth in here. Really let these trees get planted. I need to start painting up them. So a lot of people, and I used to do this, every time I'd paint a tree, I'd stick a whacking great big root on them. And I'd use that all the time. And you don't need to, because unless the tree that you're painting does have a whacking great big root on it, you probably find you don't even need a root at all, because it's stuck right deep into the ground. I'm just indicating bark on here, just imagining that I'm bark. Gonna make sure I'm barking up the right tree though, don't want to do it on the wrong one. Right, let's get a bit of light. God, I've really gone overboard with this light. I wanted a bit of warm light. Oh, that might work. This yellowy, this orangey, really colour. Because I can see it on the bark here. It's a bit there. A bit there. Nice warmth. Adding that nice warmth onto the tree. Does need it though in areas. Okay. There's a few lighter spots there. I think that needs to be more yellow. Okay, that'll do for that background. I don't want to spend too much time there. Okay, bring a few of them across there. Now then, let's have a look at this blue area. It's kind of warm here. That's why we've got this warmth on our brush. I might as well warm that up. And that. There. Just certain areas. Of course, the light that's hitting here, going light. Let there be light. Let there be light. Really light there. Okay, and then we'll just look at the areas that got little specks of light coming through. Something else I really like when I'm in the forest is all these little bits of light. Light and dark everywhere. Could get a bit confusing though. Let's see if this is dry enough now. I think that's dry enough now. So let's have a look. There is a there's a bit of a, I don't know what it is. You can see a couple of branches. There, and there's a shape on it. You get all sorts of weird kind of shapes and things there, out in the forest. A few of these to be more green. Go for a nice strong green here. It's not really. It's probably closer to what I wanted. Putting a few of these it just breaks this up. I might have another sparkle of light there. Okay, now let's get some of this bluey green. More to the blue. I think I need more blue. I'll just get some of this. Just put in a few. A few of these pushing out. Okay, maybe there's some growing up the side there, so I'll put them in. You can really go for it with detail on these. You could be painting for days, weeks, months, years. Paint forever. In the forest, you could be painting forever and ever. You really could. I mean, I was just walking around my camera and I kept thinking, wow, oh, I'd like to paint that, oh, I'd like to paint that, oh, I'd like to paint that as well. It never ends. Okay, let's have a look at this. So, I think dark. Got a bit of light in there as well. The load of paint that I've got on my brush is starting to dry, so I just dipped it into some water. I'll get some yellow here and there. Got a few twigs and stuff to put in, and then I think I'll call this one. So I quite like what I've done. I'm just going to get some water onto my brush. A bit of brown in with my light. Bit of the red. I'm just gonna splash that on. Just get a little bit more texture. Okay, get a bit of red on as well. Okay. Right. I think we've gone a bit too dark at the back now, so I'm going to lighten that a little bit. Start here, and some of it will just disappear anyway. A bit more of a leafy. Okay. I think for this painting, I think I'm about there for this forest. I think for now, I think I'll call this one finished. A sketch of what I saw in the forest. That kind of goes off there, so I'll just darken that. Yeah, I think I'll call this one almost finished. I'll call this one almost, because I want to add them. Just loads of little sticks and twigs everywhere. I think you need some of them because that extra detail. Oops. It just makes all the difference sometimes, that extra bit of effort. Okay. I think I'll call this now, because otherwise I'll be painting forever. A few light ones and just gonna get just gonna get this bit more, just this bit more, just to have this really stand out. putting little give that light a bit more pizzazz in places. So it's really light. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think that'll do. I think I'll call this one finished. Because otherwise I'll just be here for, like I said, I'll just carry on and on and on. There'll be no stopping. So we'll put the brush down and we'll say we're done. I've enjoyed this one. Complicated but fun. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you at another one. Cheers, bye.